squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on now, let's go!
Go. 120! 56. All day, pump. Check. Great 15. Great 15. 7 West. Great 15. Great 15. Small.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. He'll have a first down past the 40. 30. 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his fourth touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lines.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Let's go. Ready, set.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
It's our time. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. It's our time.
Throwing Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Bravo.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Defense.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, Branch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Levante David in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
74.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, box truck. Get it.
Now Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Graham. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
61, matchbox, lights.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's go. 60 or.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Five.
D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll try and run for it with Smith, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smith. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Go.
Back to throw. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's how we do it, baby.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for New York. 17-0 our score after 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
57, 57.
56.
Hey, Haywood.
You ain't doing nothing.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, Golden Tate. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position. It's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Looking to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career. And maybe more importantly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? 6, 5, 34. Get it.
Jones throwing on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, let's get there. 47 Mike.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And Ingram hauls it in. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Jones now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Don't be scared of it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Corey Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just 1 score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
PAT up and good by Rosas, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
First down, Philadelphia.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Check 24. Check 24. Switch. Sunday.
And to give this time to the tailback. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120! Sunday!
Check it out.
On second down, Branch. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards, makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
57.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Forward, Tokyo.
Wentz going to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Kill. Hey, seam 6.
56.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st down, Branch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 180!
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Joker.
Flag. Pilot, 64, weak.
Mark, boy, 47. Check, 47. Watch the run. They're running it. Switch.
On 2nd down now, Branch. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. He completes it to Tate. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Jones now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Jones on 1st down, and this is caught at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
60 Pittsburgh.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Alpha.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Bravo. Fire.
Here's Jones. Throwing again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
49, check 49.
Protein spill. 2.
On 3rd down, Smith. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
It's just me and you. You draw quarter.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 36, 36.
Bunch. 357. Hey, box truck.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Smith trying to run for it, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here we go now with Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Rosas' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Switch up. Switch up. Check. 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 Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Greystone, travel.
And so Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Eagles' 42-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 90 Wolf.
I'm on.
Five.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the curl. Let's go. Hey, we got
Big grip.
Now this time he'll look to throw. A short throw to Ingram. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. 22-yard line.
Let's go. 15, run. 15.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 8, read.
94 is the mic. 94 is the mic. You're trapped.
Hey, Charlie.
94 is the mic. 94 is
Get it.
From the 22, Jones under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Kenny Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third down and 12.
Hey, Delta.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47.
Operating from the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield, but it gets intercepted.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
No. Trey 15. Sunday. Hey, Haywood. 6'6", bullet high.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run on first down. Branch. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go. 280. Trey 57.
Shit. Watch the twins.
General West.
Throwing now is Wentz. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
61, matchbox light.
2nd and 4. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on first down. Jones. That's complete to Smith. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
6. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check, 47. Not today, you won't. Not today.
X3, 218, chopper. Smooth. 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
47 Mike. Mike 47. Right here, right now.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
120. Hatchet. 80 weapons. Check 25.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Pilot. 64.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Branch. That one good for 26 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I don't know what more you can say about Adam Vinatieri in that career. Maybe the best to ever do this.
Let's be honest. Does anything faze him? Snow, playoff games, Super Bowls. Just watching this made me nervous. But he never broke a sweat.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Philadelphia, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give.